Hey folks, been a pretty quiet day across the valley today. Plenty of sunshine, gusty winds again, and high humidity, but no rain over the valley today. That might just change. In fact, it probably will change in the days ahead. Look at the bigger picture. A couple things to talk about. We'll look at Bud in just a minute or two, and we'll address this here in just a second. But we've got a little bit of a wave down to the south of us. It's going to move into Mexico. And when it does that tomorrow and during the daytime Thursday, it's going to bring a little surge of tropical moisture in. So the chance of rain increases tomorrow to about 20%. Looking at scattered stuff on the sea breeze. A little more activity on Thursday, then a little bit of a break, and then this thing gets caught up in the mix. Now, the Hurricane Center has dropped the chances of it developing over the next 2 days, near 0%. It's just got too much resistance down here. But 5 days out, it still has that 20%. That's a low percentage, a low chance of it developing when it gets out here in the western Gulf. If it does, perhaps it could make it up to a weak depression or maybe even a weak storm, but even that doesn't appear likely. Instead, what appears likely is it's a rainmaker. The models are all pretty much in agreement now. This wave moves to the west, and as it gets closer and closer, the moisture starts to increase over the area. Friday, still spotty storms. Saturday, and this is the GFS model. This is the one that now is showing less activity. The European shows a lot more rain than the GFS does, but by the time you get to Saturday and Sunday, little wave moves across the top of us. Then it pulls all this moisture in behind it Monday and Tuesday, and we end up with just a wet first part of next week with scattered showers and storms around, but the chances just gradually ramp up. Now, this is what it looks like tomorrow. I think an isolated shower, a possibility, a thunderstorm mainly on the sea breeze. Thursday looks more active. You see more stuff around on Thursday, and then Friday scattered activity as well, but not as much. I think Thursday is the busier of the next few days, and then the chances go up again really as we head into the weekend. How much rain are we talking about? The green represents less than a half an inch. When you get into the blues, you're looking at up to an inch and a half. This is through Thursday night. You go through Friday night, you start to see the eastern part of the valley certainly getting the bulk of the rain. By the time you get to Saturday night, now half the valley's had at least an inch or so. By the time you get to Sunday night, everybody's had at least an inch of rain. And by Monday night, you're getting into the purples up here, looking at 2 to 4 inches of rain. And especially near the coast, you could see areas getting an awful lot of rain. This is through next Friday, next week Friday. An awful lot of rain across all of the valley. So we're keeping our fingers crossed we get some needed rain, 20%, 40%, and 30%. Here's Bud. I haven't talked a lot about Bud in the Pacific Ocean, but there you see Bud moving northward. Will weaken to a tropical storm before reaching the Cabo San Lucas area, then weaken to a depression and eventually fall apart as a rainmaker out in the western part of the country after that. Let's look at temperatures. Here's where we are now. 80s across the valley, 84 to 87. That's the range. Tonight we drop into the upper 70s and low 80s, and tomorrow we climb back up into the 90s again. Maybe a couple degrees cooler than today, but not a lot. Normal high this time of year is 94. We'll reach that tomorrow, but after that we're going to be below average, it looks like, for the next several days. Temperatures much cooler over the weekend, courtesy of the increased rain chance. So tonight, partly cloudy, warm and muggy, 80 for a low. Then tomorrow we throw in that chance for a shower or thunder shower. Right now the chance for rain for tomorrow stands at 20%. Southeast winds at 15 to 22 miles an hour. So we go 95, 93, 92 as the rain chance kind of ramps up a little bit, 20%, and then a little higher chances for Thursday and Friday. Saturday and Sunday, I don't think they're just, especially Saturday, not an all-out rainy day. Sunday, I think the rain increases in coverage. And then Monday, Tuesday look like they could be pretty wet days across the area. That will keep temperatures down at least a little bit. That is your updated First Warn 5 forecast.